Oh, we're live now.
I like going live unexpectedly.
Oh
Well,
yeah, we could be talking about something very disturbing or something very personal, and then it just
Like
gets
blue
revealed to a
waffles,
live. Yeah.
blue
exactly.
waffles and necrophilia.
Oh God, that doesn't even sound like it goes together. Don't get in this group, it might.
Necrophilia is the same as being a Star Wars fan these days.
Oh, and welcome everybody to the Fandom Zone. Tonight we have a very special late night talks. I'm waiting for PV to jump in here, but apparently he's got harassment on his end. Good luck with that, man, because you know males can't claim harassment anymore, especially toxic white males. We can't. It's just like you go to claim harassment, they'll be like, okay, get out of this office, liar. Anyways.
Holy fuck! All my the fucking local news channel just the past hour, all the shit that is three things, but one's murder, another one's a woman murdered her son by locking him into a cold garage. This other one, an old man died because he got stuck in a grain bin.
Damn.
Those things are actually dangerous, though. So
Yeah.
but it's sad. It's like holy crap.
What was that saying?
No, I just agreed with them. The grain bins are death traps.
Oh, I thought you had like a witty pun.
No.
They are really dangerous. People, a lot of people have died from them.
Yeah, that's the thing about death, yo. I just want to go out peacefully. I don't want to die violently. I don't want to feel none of that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out like a G, like Kanan. Straight gunfire into nah.
You like kneel before Zod, and it'll just light your ass up. Like
I was just gonna yell kneel before Zod.
I just want to get. I just want to get buried in female porn stars and get crushed.
Oh, that sounds like the American dream. No, tonight we have a very intriguing conversation. I'm gonna wait for a little bit to get the rest of the crew, but I'm not gonna be covering my normal news stories that I do cover for you guys or entertainment talk, because tonight I'm going to address a few things that have been in the Twitterverse and have a good conversation about a couple of things that I find interesting. And I've called this stream the late night talks, but the description is well, you guys will see the thumbnail. It'll be creative. But I want to talk about group think and collective thinking mentality tonight, because I think it's very important. And I think it's important to recognize that anyone or any group of individuals can fall into this thinking, that we have to be careful no matter what side of an argument that we take, and whether that be entertainment, Star Wars, whether we're disagreeing amongst ourselves, that we need to be careful with the things that we are saying or doing, or even when we're talking within our groups, you know? So it's a danger that can happen to anyone. It's kind of like the old saying, when you're fighting a war, you've got to be careful to remember what exactly you're fighting for, and it doesn't matter what side you pick. Eventually, one side or the other side can go a bit too far. So it's going to be an interesting night, and I can't actually wait to get your guys' views and comments in the chat to let us know anytime that you have had these things happen to you. And oh my God, woman, stop messing with my keyboard. Oh, that came out wrong. I'm just gonna introduce the panelists. We'll start with Perp. Save me.
yeah, man, shit crazy.
Oh my goodness. Perp, go ahead and let people know about your channel.
My fault. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. Cyber's moving stuff around.
It's my mic. I don't have a shock mount.
Oh,
So you get to hear it when I move it like this.
that sounds shocking.
They're expensive. Well, at least the ones that are made for my mic.
All right. Let's have, you know what? I'll come back to Perp. Stig, go ahead and tell everyone about your amazing channel and all of the great content you have.
Well, I have 3 minutes, I think, of footage spread out over 6 videos, so it's not a lot there. I just pop on and talk to people on YouTube, professional guest almost, right?
A professional guest star. I like it. And
Yeah.
of course, our favorite Husky, Cybernetic Husky. Tell us about your channel and exciting stuff you got going on.
I do gaming videos, and I'm trying to figure out a better day than Tuesday to upload. I do Friday still. I'll have a Gears of War video coming out Friday. Been playing a lot of that recently since this came out, and I don't care if the videos do good or bad. I'm gonna keep playing it if I enjoy it. But yeah, that comes out Friday. And PB saying I do political videos again.
Yep. Can't wait for your next political video. Hard hitters they are.
I do like Canadian local politics for the city, and I don't even live in Canada. I will do. Maybe I should do that one time. Just somebody send me local Canadian something. Maybe I'll do it.
Awesome. So Canadian videos. I look forward to those.
Local Canadian politics. I would do it, but I don't know anything in Canada because I'm in Minnesota. But if somebody like who lived in Canada sent me like a local election to talk about, I may do that. I'm heavily debating that now. I may do that, and I'll take the shit out of PB when it comes out.
Local Canadian politics. We all want to know about them, or do we? Interesting. So before I get started, let me address the chat really quick. We got a pretty lively chat. We have Butterfinger, welcome. We have Tommy, good to see you, buddy. We have Generation Productions, always great to have you on here. And we have PB, so he should be jumping in here eventually. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started with this discussion. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things tonight. Wanted to talk about some things that I notice or that I see, and I've done a video, or me, PB, and Stig have done a discussion about this before on our late night chat, back before we were breaking into those, well, high numbers for us anyways. And we had a great discussion, one of my favorite discussions, where we were talking about group think and group mentality and the echo chamber, so to speak. And everyone seems to be under the assumption that an echo chamber is only echoed by those people that we love. Like, the most associated things are what? The media, right? Like the SJW media, the Campias, the IGNs, all those shows, right? All echoing the same points of view. But those are not the only places where you get feedback, so to speak. There's other places and other things that start off as ways to combat this echo chamber, but eventually within themselves wind up becoming echo chambers. And Cyber, I wanted to start with you, because you're next in line. Have you ever been part of groups where you felt like they were all kind of echoing the same thing, putting out the same thing, whatever the case may
No,
be.
I was very antisocial in school, so fucking.
What about as far as your YouTubing has gone?
There you go.
Not really. I've been in arguments about certain Halo games.
Oh, so
Yeah, especially you get when you really get into it. I'll just say some people hate Halo 4, some people like Halo 4. A lot of people hate Halo 5. I'm one of them, but I don't hate Halo 4. I won't dive too much into that, but
I love Halo 5. Just the multiplayer.
yeah, that's what most people say is like, oh, they like the multiplayer of Halo 5. I completely hate it because it would disconnect me on the internet all the time. And it still does.
That's weird.
Yeah.
and what about you, Perp? I asked Cyber, have you noticed, like, say, in any groups or chats or things you've been part of, Twitter threads, because those are the most famous, have you noticed different sentiments being echoed throughout, whatever kind of thread or group or anything you might have joined?
I mean, I don't engage in none of that. Like, I definitely see it, but it's to me, it's just a lot of it. It just seems some of that shit just seems childish in a way. But you know,
I agree with you that I'm pretty sure everyone here and even in the chat has seen it. It's just a matter of if you've been in a group that's like that.
And of course, Stig, have you ever had experiences like that where you've seen it in particular groups, threads? You guys appear in a lot of different places. The sort of echoing, no matter what the issue is or what side it is, the kind of echoing and mimicking things back and forth.
Yeah, I've seen it quite a lot, especially in the last 10 years. I think it happens because social media, because everyone ends up in an echo chamber because you're friends with people you like, right? That usually means people who think the same way you do, or have the same, or like the same things you do. So when that happens, it's very easy to blindly trust what the others in that group say,
it, it,
even though
it,
those people might be wrong, you know.
and to add on to that, it's just like seems like some people that be in those groups are just looking for it, like exception and whatnot. But it's
If
cool.
you're in
Mint
a,
Squirrel,
if you have
welcome.
friends, like personal friends that will kind of require you to think the exact same way as them, it's time to find
Right.
new friends.
Yeah.
I still get, like my closest friend, we do agree on a lot of things. There's a couple of things we disagree on, but we're still friends. And then the only reason why we agree on so much is because we've been friends since like early elementary school.
Speaking of groupthink, here's a squirrel from a community of creatures that only thinks about nuts.
How
Greatest
are you
intro
guys?
ever.
Sorry, I'm a little late. I have a bit of a migraine, so we'll see how long I last. So,
I feel you. I'm on that same. I feel it coming.
even though she won't say anything, there is a unicorn to the side of me. This girl. Oh, she did say something.
Did you say Hezbollah?
No, she said, "Hey, squirrel." So, yeah, squirrel.
So sorry. God. Hello, unicorn. My God. I muted myself. How the hell did I do that? I don't even want to know.
Too many nuts at once, I suppose.
That's what happens every time.
And in case you just joined because the Senate asked, what are we talking about? We are talking about echo chambers tonight. I am going to actually forego my normal news articles because I found this a fascinating and interesting study into stuff that has been going down recently. And I wanted to address it as only the fandom zone can, which is wacky hilarity and great banter. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We are going to talk about echo chambers and the people that inhabit them. And there seems to be a misconception. I guess I'm going to get out my big words tonight. There seems to be it's philosophical Zod tonight. There seems to be a like 20 people. Wait, Zod's philosophical? Yes, people on a
If you're being philosophical, you have to add a monocle and a top hat to your little character.
Damn it, I need to get on that.
And a pipe.
Yeah.
I already
And
have
then a fancy cane.
Mr. Zod.
But
Mr.
tonight we're
Zod,
gonna.
the Monopoly guy, apparently.
Oh no, it's the Zodi's tuxedo mask. That's nice.
No, but tonight we're gonna address it because you know, we've all got our groups, we've got our things that we're into. There's large groups in particular. I'm going to say this across the board because I'm not going to say groups or anything like that in particular. I really want to say it in general because I feel like it's any group, anything that you're a part of eventually winds up echoing itself because there's so many people. And you need to have oh God, for the lack of better term, you need to have diversity in your group.
Oh my.
Oh yes. Oh God. You need to have hey, Second Street, glad to have you here in the fandom zone. And just so you know, you creep me the hell out with that. Zod does not approve. Not at all, mister. I saw that. He was like, hey God, and I was like, oh God. I don't know what to do here.
Just say
but,
no.
Jesus Christ. But Squirrel, have you been part of groups or let's just say seen things in your tree of different groups and different instances that seem to be, no matter what side that they're on in this cultural war, echoing each other in a lot of different ways?
Oh yeah. And it's, but well, I'd say it's in the case of my family, it's the left and the right with politics. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I think they're all full of shit. As far as I'm a political atheist, so I think everyone's full of shit. Burn it down. No, I'm not. I don't mean that, but I do.
Ooh,
but,
anarchy.
Disclaimer.
Maybe. Maybe. NSA, wink, wink. No, I'm kidding. I get around one part of the family and they're super conservative and it's just bullshit. Like they're repeating. And it's like you can't insert anything that's even objectively what they consider to be liberal. And then you get to the left side and you can't even like interject something that's even remotely conservative. So if you're in the middle now, let's say you're a centrist, people like think you're just sitting on the fence and that you can't dedicate to either part. Well, no, it's an us versus them philosophy. In any collectivist movement, there's a bunch of bullshit to be had. And I've never liked it. It's always pissed me off because when you get part of that collective echo chamber, you get drug along for the ride. You know what I mean? So like if somebody does something, it's like reflective on you in some way. So, you know, when you have a conservative family and the other party is exceptionally liberal, they try to drag you into their shit all the time.
Oh yeah, we've all had those uncomfortable family dinners with that crazy uncle who comes over and he's like, fucking liberals, and then you have the other liberal uncle who comes over and he's like, Republicans are causing war.
my family, it's
You know,
best never to talk politics, and when you do, I just want to. I literally just want to die. You spin and I'm not saying which side. You just spin the wheel, and you'll land on whatever. That's what you get.
it's like the today, the political landscape, I guess, it's like a horseshoe standing up straight, with the far left on one tip and the far right on the other tip, right? And everyone who's a centrist is at the center and at the bottom. And the problem these days is that both the far left and the far right have diarrhea. So well, it's true
Extremists
though.
on both sides is what ruins your political standpoint.
Yeah.
It really does. And that's why I'm neither of them. I will never say I'm left, right. I always tell people I'm somewhere in the middle because I don't like associating with one of the parties.
Yes, and it's kind of funny because we've dealt with this problem in politics, but now it's becoming a political landscape in entertainment. And I mean, fuck it, across the board, okay? YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Hollywood definitely, and media. And it's created what we call this infamous and famous cultural war. And now here's the thing which I wanted to address, and I think that should be addressed is in a cultural war, or it by the definition of war, right? You choose a side and you say my side is right or your side is right. And shots are fired on both ends, right? There's casualties on both ends. And it comes to a point where the waters get murky. And as everyone on the panel just said, the people in the middle are literally stuck in the middle. And they might not agree with everything on one side, and they might not agree with everything on the other side. Hence the word in the middle. But
I will say this. Never hate someone because their political views don't line up with yours. And that's what I see as a problem every time I sign into Twitter. It's just people try to kill each other for that reason.
Even if you say choose a particular group, right? It comes to a point where you could come in with your ideals being, well, I like the ideal and I like the fact that I'm more aligned with this group and what they're trying to go for. But eventually you wind up getting dragged into things and you're like, well, how am I really supposed to weigh in on this? And why am I weighing in on this? I'm weighing in on this because I'm part of the group. How is that fair? When really I just joined the group because they just happen to do and talk about and be about the same things I am. But yet when bullshit goes down, they want me to like go to bat for them. And it's like, I don't even know what the fuck the initial thing is, maybe I was working, maybe I was doing something else. I come and I sign in and it's like World War fucking 3.
And that's why it's like it's like nowadays everybody just chooses a side when anytime you have a conversation or something like that where it's like you gotta pick either yellow or orange. You know what I'm saying? You're either gonna be you're being put in that situation and it's just like it's just like it's like that with everything, just movies, television, video games, anything. Like you just always gotta pick a side, like Xbox or PlayStation. Fuck it, get both if you can afford both.
Right.
No, that was funny. My economics teacher asked me, "It's like PlayStation or Xbox?" I said, "What's the difference?" And I was the one who spoke out in the class. I said, "Nothing. It's just a different UI and a different controller."
Yeah.
And if people are like, "Oh, exclusive," no, fuck the exclusive or whatever they are. You want exclusives? Go to Nintendo because they're the company that has the most of them. But seriously, there's no difference in between a PlayStation or an Xbox.
it only comes down to talent, but like most people won't notice that. Like the people that are designing these games and stuff, that's all based off talent. But it's essentially all those systems are same. Like when the next Xbox and PlayStation come out, they're literally the same on paper. It depends on who's making the games.
Yeah, and Nintendo has switched up. Like they always switch up their peripherals a little bit with every generation, and that's how they keep it fresh. I mean, yeah, it might be annoying to some, but it kind of keeps a game fresh. You know, I'll learn something new.
One of these days they'll have some graphically game-changing type of graphics, but I doubt that because
I'd like to just address something that Brian the Gravedigger said. I'm only going to call you the Gravedigger, man, because it's not a damn cold font. Come on, man. It's code. We all know the code, Brian. No, Brian's a great guy, and it's really interesting to see when he was building that. I was going, oh well, it's getting too narrow for a body, so it might actually be a pond. Likely. But Brian mentioned a good point here. For the Twitter has been imploding lately, and that's true. There has been a lot of, for lack of a better term, sword crossing, right? And come on, here in the Phantom Zone, we're just gonna call it as it is. And I'm General Zod, and I haven't given a shit since I started my channel, and I will not start giving a shit now because I'm gonna say what's on my mind because I know I'm saying the shit that people are thinking, which is the fact of when things like this happen, it is unfair to ask people to pick sides, no matter what you're talking about, no matter who you are. I think that it goes back to what we've all been saying. The people in the middle, I feel, have always been caught in the crossfires. And I find it ironic because essentially we're all supposed to be talking and about the same things. And let's keep in perspective who the true enemies are. The true enemies are the people who are trying to own genderless penguins. Yeah, I did watch that straight.
Oh my god.
That's just hilarious.
Like, those are the idiots we are fighting against. The people who want to come into our fandom, into the things that we know and love, and they want to fuck it up. Those are the people who are these crazy leftist liberals destroying Hollywood. The people who are doing horrendous things there.
Because I'll tell you what, it's all done on purpose, because the best way to control people is to create chaos. So, they start planting the seeds and little things, and everybody gets up in arms about certain things where it's really not that serious. But yeah, it's just with social media, it just amplifies that shit. Like you start to think like, was Facebook that bad?
I don't
honestly. I say this constantly. Your GPA in school is just your obedience score.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. If you get their fancy like ropes and stuff, that's just showing you are the most obedient.
You got a gold star. Congratulations.
Okay. Again, I freaking slacked off because I stopped giving a shit about English class because I realized it was the same exact thing every year.
Yeah.
Read a book, write a report on this book. Oh, maybe we'll do a freaking vocabulary or a spelling test. Oh, now you got to do a speech on whatever that book was. It's rinse and repeat. It's annoying.
Yeah, my senior class, I don't know what this dude was smoking, but he just has reading mad books. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I don't want to be reading all these goddamn books, especially those goddamn Stephen King books. Shit's as long as fuck.
Yeah, but they're good.
Yeah.
But I do agree, Perp. Some of them be like, especially The Stand is like a long book. The Dark Tower series is long.
Yeah, we read one book that had like had Stand By Me, what was the other one? April something, and then like some other shit. We read this other book called 4,000 Days, some shit, 4,000 years or something like that. I don't
That's
know.
how long it took you to finish the book?
Shit. That shit. I'll tell you,
Terrible.
that's the reason why I don't read now. Shit, 'cause I read so many
Yeah.
goddamn books a year. I was like, I'm good. I read like 10 books. Fuck that.
I wanted to highlight something that Tommy said. Everyone feels the need to toe a line and fall into step with a chosen group. Everyone wants to be part of a clan. And I think that is, and that's
It,
one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because I do notice that a lot. And I mean, it doesn't matter what side or what group you're choosing to be in. I feel like it gets to a point in in our um in our unity to fight something, we start to become the thing that we're trying to combat. It's just we're on the other side, right? So
and, and,
covering
and
the
I feel,
same things and things like that. Go ahead, Burp.
not to cut you off, but I feel like, yo, we put so much energy into the wrong shit. Like,
hmm
people will back things up, like certain things, like if when it be a movie or whatever. But when it comes to like actual human things, like people don't want to put that same energy behind it. Like, you know, why doesn't the whole country get together and do something about Chicago? Because that's nothing. It's just like that's not our problem. But yet people want to make. But then when a school shooting happens or something like that, that's what everybody talks. But it's just like, yo, people die every fucking day. But all of a sudden now that it's just like this situation is it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just like like people just putting their energies and energy. It's like they could be we could be doing way more if we put our energy, like that same energy, behind other things that actually matter.
Yeah, and that's just the thing that I find hilarious, especially with being a part of different things. It's just like I do notice it. I notice it on both ends. It's that no matter which side of the spectrum you fall on, you wind up eventually kind of echoing everything. And on that same note too, you're almost expected to join into everything. It's almost like a fucking union. When the union goes on strike, everyone has to go on strike. And it's like, why? I like my job. I didn't notice anything wrong.
It,
You pricks told me I had to strike.
It's
and
true.
Tips
it's
for
like,
people starting a business: always make sure to give your employees decent benefits that are better than a union, and then they won't fall into unions. My
and you can even
brother,
look.
my
Oh,
brother
good.
works for Crown, and there's no one's in a union in that, but that's because they really treat their employees well.
hmm
You could even look at just politics, like people picking Democrat or Republican. It's just so fucking stupid. Both sides are fucking retarded. Like,
hmm
the people don't see that. Like, you don't have to choose the lesser, the greater evil, however that fucking saying
Yeah,
goes. It's
choosing
like
lesser
when
to
people's
evil.
like when it was Trump versus Hillary, I was like, who so many people asked me like, oh, who would you vote for? I was like, nobody. I don't like neither of them. Fuck them. They
hmm
ain't gonna do shit. And people gotta just like wake up to that shit. Like, you don't always have to choose a side and shit.
Right.
Yeah, and technically we shouldn't have to have a two-party system in America, but we do.
Exactly.
hmm
Yeah, like they
No.
won't pick. They'll ignore the independent person over here.
Well, I think the two-party system has been long over outdated, and that's the problem we're in. Is that it's the same assholes driving the crazy train, and they just have a different label or color that they're wearing, and they're all in it together. I mean, yeah, they sit there and have debates and all this bullshit on camera and all that fun stuff, and then they leave and go have dinner together. So I mean,
Right.
it's really just for show in the end, and they all have the same lobbyists paying them. Fuck them all, man. And on top of it, when you start getting into the political arguments, and the echo chamber stuff, which started a lot of this stuff a while ago, as far as just all of this extreme ideologies that are coming out of left field, and we got the squad, the ladies, yay, God, man. It's just like an ongoing nightmare, really. And what it's doing is with the extreme positions, you're starting to see the exact opposite come into fruition. So that push from the left is pushing on the right, and it goes back and forth. And it's not going to get better until things have a complete, in my opinion, cleaning of house. And that's that's unfortunate, because that will probably never really happen, because that'll require a whole lot of manpower to get there. But I digress with my anarchism. So the squirrels will take over and everything will be fine. But
I predict the squirrels will take over.
And the unicorns too, of course.
Yeah, and unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
God.
It's just, but the collectivism, it's cool. It's just so dangerous. And I know what you're talking about on Twitter, because there's a lot of the behavior is very reminiscent of SGWs, and the same things that we bitch about the SGWs I'm seeing on Twitter right now. And it's really kind of just sad. It's kind of what I expected in a sense too, but that's part of that collectivist, sheep thinking, I guess. Sheeple, whatever. If I may evoke a little Alex Jones, I don't know. That's a little creepy, but
the frogs.
The frogs are gay. It's like the funniest thing. But collectivism is such a dangerous machine, because so many things happen from a collectivist thinking. And like I was talking to a friend of mine, and she lives on reservation, and my family used to live on reservation. We do not, have not for several generations. We got the hell off. Eventually, the other part of the family didn't even. They avoided the reservations from hiding and lying as much as they could. And she was telling me, like, one of the people was saying, well, you're not really truly native because you don't live on the reservation. I said, well, I left the camp. I'm sorry. The purpose of collectivism is saying, well, we all belong here. This is where we belong. And you're not part of this group unless you're with us is a complete lie. The assumption that there is strength in numbers is a lie also. Sometimes the minority is the strongest voice. And you don't need to have 15, 20 to 1,000, whatever number behind you to make an impact or to shake things up or to break a couple mirrors in somebody's house. I'm just saying. Or windows, whatever. I meant windows. But I think it's just when we get stuck on this collectivism, and that is within every group and every business and every employer. I mean, I've worked at companies that were doing unethical practices, and I ended up having to quit because that's how bad it was. And it wasn't because my job was at stake. It was because I knew better. There was a lot of predatory lending that went on right before the mortgage, collapsed in 2008 or whatever. And I lost a job because I refused to. They were giving us lists of people. I was working for a bank, which I will not name, and they were targeting specific people of certain groups, primarily because they, they were like on fixed incomes. These were for like HELOC, secondary home equity loans, right? So the loans you get to like get a pool, right? They were targeting these specific individuals because they knew that they were hard up for money. They knew that they were on restricted incomes. They were like veterans and things like that. And I refused to do sales to these. I couldn't sell a loan to these people by lying to them. They could have gotten the loan, but it would have put them underwater and honestly would have lost their homes, which had happened to hundreds of thousands of people in the United States. And then people are still paying for that mistake now. So collectivism and following the pack mentality, whether it's in the name of money or clout chasing, is absolutely disgusting. And I don't give a fuck about who the hell it is. If you're doing this, do not be surprised by what you glean, because it will come bite you in the ass. That shit pisses me off. Anyway, that's my rant.
Yeah, and a very good rant that was. And it's the reason why I wanted to do a special late night and kind of talk, because PB, and Stig have had this conversation before, and I found it ironic because when we made it, I felt like it kind of went over everyone's head. So I wanted to be blunt without being too blunt, which is the fact that, look, collectivism is on all sides, and I find it weird, like you were saying, with everything that's going on, is that that people want to go from one box to another, and that's what they're doing. They're going essentially from one box and breaking out of that box, and they're putting themselves in another box with another grouping. It's like, why not just be an individual? Have an individual thought. You can still be in a group and have individual opinions. Like, I know no one agrees with everything that I have to say, or maybe even not 90% of what I have to say. But at the same time, I don't agree with what other people have to say, but we make it work because there are things that we do find common ground on, and it's good to have the back and forth, because it's boring. It's boring when you say, "Oh yeah, I love this," and then you got 5 other people going, "I love it too. I love it too. I love it too. You're the greatest."
It's like high school. Everybody had their different groups. You had the popular crowd, so like you have people trying to find acceptance for that popular crowd, so they'll let them in. You have the people that are neutral, that they fuck with everybody, but don't fuck with everybody. And you got just the people that are just by themselves, and they get ridiculed all the time because they just but they end up being ends up working out better for them because like they stand on their own, so they can build something else. But you got these other motherfuckers that are just fucking are just practically sheeps, and they just like to follow whatever's trending and stuff, and that's what's pretty much what's happening now, which is everything.
It's true. And Tommy pointed out the popularity point system clubs. It's true, like especially in high school. It's like it's kind of like a weird clout system you're not aware of. You're like, what?
Like my thing about high school, like if you didn't get into a fight or nothing, like people not gonna respect you. So you had to get into like a fight, like do some stupid shit, or get into a fight for people to respect you.
Stig, do you think that there's been a big sort of revert back to high school mentality?
Yeah. And I've also noticed the same thing. Squirrel has noticed that both sides now behave like SJWs. I've noticed this on Twitter. I've seen people attack, well, in the past, attack people who played the race card and all that, right? But now I see them do the same thing. As soon as they get cornered, they play the race card themselves.
They play victim.
Yeah, they play the victim card.
Oh, that's an interesting card.
Yeah, yeah. And they've been bashing others for it, for doing the same thing for years.
So if you choose sides, that side that you choose, you better ride with that side till wheel falls off. Don't start, getting shaken up and start changing your tune once you get exposed to some shit, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of hypocritical stuff lately, and it's interesting though.
What about you,
The thing that we're talking the trendy thing we're talking about? I just got here.
Talking about black bears. Are you a fan?
And how you take them out with your vehicles.
Okay.
It never gets old.
It's fine. Civic.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh no. Oh god.
So, PB, we're doing part 2 of our collective thinking talk, seeing as to there's been a bunch of bullshit going on, just all over the Twitterverse and the YouTubeverse and stuff. So I'm tackling that head on. And what are your feelings about the fact that it seems to be both sides are starting to fall into this collective way of thinking?
I mean, I did a lot of laughing today. A lot. I did a lot of reading and a lot of laughing.
Which is
People
weird because
who
you've
are
stated several times you don't like to read.
That's true.
That's right. That's right. I was like, okay, I need to go back and I guess read some stuff so I know what we're talking about here, because it's hitting the fan all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So you could
So I
definitely
went
watch
back
some
and I
anime
read some
now.
shit. Oh my god.
It's like,
Take long.
no matter the topic, he said anime.
Exactly. He meant anime, guys.
No, it all comes back to anime.
What are you
So
having for
many
dinner
parallels.
today? It's gonna have anime.
No, he's having pork for dinner and we're watching anime.
Pork, beans, and an anime DVD. All in the same pot.
It's a full evening.
No, but I
That would
mean,
be a full evening.
oh Jesus. But yeah, I want to tackle this because look, you know, I'm not gonna highlight things. People know if you're on Twitter, you know, and my group that I have here, y'all know if you have a Twitter account, the shit that's going
Where do you
down.
think you're from that you all?
New York, you son of a bitch.
They
Oh
definitely
my
gonna be
God.
like, y'all.
And here's
Ridiculous.
and here's the thing. The more I look, it's starting to feel like it's just ridiculousness. And I wanted to highlight it because, folks, this is where you fall into, and I love Archer, the danger zone. When you,
That was cringy.
There's things where you feel the need to come to the defense of people, but it's like, why are you defending people who can defend themselves? I don't understand
Or
that.
people, you defend people that wouldn't defend you if the coin was flipped.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I get
don't
into
need to be going on the internet and defending other fully formed adults. Unless they aren't fully formed, and then in that case, I will defend you. I will go out there and I will be the champion for midgets.
So you're only half defending them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I will put in half the effort.
Meet them a quarter of the way there.
God damn.
I will help them get everything off the top shelf.
Oh my god.
You need a footstool? Here you go.
Oh my god.
Would that be
All on
like
the train to hell. Choo choo. Shit.
The small talk on this episode is epic.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, you know, anyone who watches this or anyone who's tuned in, and if you have a Twitter account, you know about the different tweets going out there. And I had to bring this up.
But what if I'm Terrence and I'm tuned in?
All right, let's just say, for the sake of argument, there are a huge channel and a somewhat bigger than my channel at odds, right? And I find it ridiculous because there's been a group mentality that there needs to be sides picked. And I'm sitting back thinking, why the fuck do I defend one or the other? These are two people who I have no stake in this dispute. I feel as if the adults could handle it, but yet, you know.
No, I mean, if there was stake in this dispute, then we would all be arguing about what the sides are.
Oh shit! Well done.
And
Thank you.
you know, the funny part is a lot of things have been said. A lot of people have thrown in on certain discussions and topics, and I'm sitting back and I'm just looking at them like, why do you have anything to say? Like, where in the argument did someone specifically say something that offended you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, typically, if I'm gonna go out and, let's say, attack somebody on the Twitter, like I did yesterday, I don't remember the name of it. It was something to do with The Last Jedi. I think they were called The First Last Jedi. What a clever name. I got blocked. But they were attacking Star Wars as a whole. And they were saying, well, you know, these Star Wars fans, they're not the real Star Wars fans. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about, guy? Like, not from what I see. And I can look on both sides of the fence and see, oh, well, those are the people over there that love everything that's ever come out. And here's the people, if we're talking like far left and far right, you got the people on the far left that love everything, and then the people on the far right that only love the original 3 movies. They don't even love the books. They don't love the prequel trilogy. They don't love nothing like that. That's all they love.
Oh, you
I can
haven't
see
met
both
the
sides of
elitists that like only like episode 4 and think everything else is shit after 4.
Oh god.
Met like 1 or 2 that this is weird. They are weird people.
I'll destroy their lives.
They
You would, Perp. You would.
I'm like, that movie is trash. Cinematic trash.
They're all crying. Stop.
There's a reason why they were in a trash. What was that? Trash compactor? Because the whole movie's trash.
Jesus. Oh god.
It went over y'all heads.
Oh no. That just went over the edge.
Over the galaxy's edge.
That's a bottomless pit.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be over Uranus.
Oh my.
Because Galaxy's Edge is a shithole.
Yay.
That's true.
Oh
I mean,
my
at
God.
least I haven't seen many videos of the one in Orlando. The only video that I watched was LB's video, and the fucking ride broke. So it can't be that good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a statement right there.
Like,
But
you
yeah,
think for $1 billion they could build a spaceship that doesn't need to go to space?
Good night to Brian. I guess he's heading out.
Oh, he's got to go bury another body. I understand.
He's twins.
Never done.
I heard.
Everyone should go check out his channel and watch his different quote projects in the backyard.
Oh.
They got a lot of projects in the backyard. Shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He doesn't have many enemies left, that's for sure.
I thought I saw a finger sticking out of the flower bed the other day.
And we have super chats. I want to get a super chat from Mega Jetty at Pop Culture PB. RJ stole the title The Last Jedi from a novel made in 2012.
Who's RJ?
Brian Johnson.
Johnson.
Oh,
I
he got
thought
a
you were a
nickname,
fan
though?
of The Last Jedi. You don't even know his initials?
I didn't know he had a nickname. Shit.
They're just initials.
So forgettable, he didn't even realize who the director was.
Fair
and I
enough.
hate him,
That's
and I know
fair.
his other movies.
Mhm.
You know his other movies he made? Herb?
Just Looper. Looper was dope.
His original was an independent film called Brick.
Yeah.
No
Called
one
what?
has ever seen that except probably me.
Yep, that's because
What's it
you're a
called, Brick?
villain. Yep. Yeah, like
you're
you
not
build
gonna
your
find-
house out of bricks,
Yeah, you're
and
not
then
gonna
I
find
huff
that
and puff,
Looper.
and then I don't do anything after I huff and puff because I'm relaxed. Conveniently.
And MegaJitty1 says, everyone, do any of you have your YouTube home button changed to either YouTube CZ or YouTube GB? Mine changed 2 hours ago. I'm American, not CS or GB. I noticed that. I saw that on Twitter. Apparently, MegaJetty is a check. I don't know.
What are we looking for?
I don't know. Something to do with the YouTube button. They changed some stuff.
What button? I don't know what button he's even talking about.
If you look on the tweet, he shows like in the corner, there's like this thing
You
where
want me to
by
look
the
on
YouTube
Twitter? I
Premium.
did a whole bunch of Twittering earlier today, and I got blocked by some ridiculous bastard.
You might block PP.
Just share
No,
the link.
he said there's two ways that you can get clicks on YouTube. One is you can either be informative and entertaining, or two, you can be loud and angry. And since I am neither informative or entertaining, well, you see where I'm going with this.
I can
And
be
he's
loud
talking
and
about
angry.
somebody else that was got a whole bunch of subs on, like, apparently the other side of the fandom, air quote, other side. And I was like, okay, I don't know who that is. And he's like, well, you say that you know everything. I was like, I never said that before. I don't ever remember saying that I know everything. What are you
I don't
talking about,
believe
Kai?
them when they
But-
say that.
So then I typed in the name, and I'm looking up all these people, and I was like, okay, I can't find anybody that meets these qualifications. So all of the people that meet the qualifications under this title have to be some version of a thought. So he forgot that third way, which is showing off your body a little bit. That will definitely get you clicks on YouTube.
I don't know. I tried that. Nothing.
No. We're talking about women.
Nobody
Women.
wants to see a bird chest.
I mean, like, that was like in the earlier live stream that Mad Squirrel was in. Fatal J was like, we need a face reveal. And I was like, well, she done it already.
Oh, he knows. He knows I did that or whatever. I tell him you're not gonna get no face reveal. You want to see a squirrel? I got crazy eyes, and I can't eat with the mask on either, dude. Man.
No, that would. Oh my gosh.
That's not right.
I've done that
No,
angry
that'd be
stuff.
way
Where's
too
all my
difficult.
subscribers, PB? I lost about 3 last week because I managed to get it to about 145, and now I'm back to 142.
Oh.
No, it's just YouTube's a difficult grind, and you have to figure out the algorithm.
You're gonna have to start putting out Cyber.
Get that female musty demographic.
Yeah, get that tail wagging and up in the air.
Like, have a video of you eating some hot shit, like hot peppers or something like that, while you're playing Halo.
Yeah, there you go.
While you're playing the drums.
Oh shit! Terrence is in chat. What the hell?
I'm not going to be like 66 Samus. Yeah, he's a drum guy. He's played a couple of songs with dildos.
Oh God.
Oh,
I only put it in my
Yeah.
results
Where
because I
those
just watched a
dildos
bunch
were
of
at?
drumming things, and that's been in my results.
I am not
It was
going
like,
to
it was like Enter Sandman, I believe it was.
He's
With
using
dildos.
dildos to play
Yeah,
drums.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
you,
that.
you can't be
music does
playing a
he play?
song talking about entering with dildos.
That's suspect. That's hella
Who-
suspect.
Whose music is he playing though? Dixie Chicks?
I said it was Enter Sandman from Metallica.
I saw that video.
Dixie Chicks.
Apparently, it's been
Terrible.
getting a lot of people's feed because somebody was talking about it being in their feed. I thought it was just in my feed because I just watch a bunch of drum videos.
Well, you know how you get clicks real quick, yo. You make a title saying like, "Oh, fastest moonshine chug."
Oh God.
Now we're just talking
And
about
you just be
Badlands
drinking
chugs.
that water.
Yeah, you just have a whole thing of water. You just feel like, yeah, this is moonshine. I'm gonna drink this whole thing. You just
We'll be
chug the shit
pounding
out.
this for your enjoyment.
That sounds like
Let's
Badlands
go to town,
chugs.
y'all.
Like shoe nice,
Well,
shoe nice.
I
Just-
have a red
claim it's
beard,
memorable
so
Easter.
I'll be doing it better.
Just
So,
Morning
anyways,
to
to get off of the
really quick. Lady Mora is in chat. Hello, and Lady Taria is in chat.
Hello,
Hello,
ladies.
ladies.
hello, Toriel and
Up,
Mora.
ladies.
hello, ladies.
Hello there.
What were you gonna say, Zod? Were you gonna try and like steer us back?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
my.
for everyone who just joined, this is like a special on the Fandom Zone about collective thinking and how everyone has fallen into this group think kind of mentality. And I'm gonna step out for a second so we can get some.
Whoa! Everyone? What do you mean, everyone? You some bitch! You can't just be laying out accusations and then leave because it shows up.
My brother.
I love me.
What up?
What's up, LB? Did you finally
Hello.
recover from your previous live stream? You had to nap.
I will not
That shit was
confirm nor
classic.
deny.
Okay.
What was classic?
That was probably
I
the best stream.
Bro, you say everything's the best stream.
Nah, but this one, that shit was
What?
hilarious.
Yeah,
Shit was
but
classic.
that was the best stream he's ever watched on September 10th.
All right, let me be more specific then. It was the best some black guys in a drunk stream. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Until next week.
Okay.
Cybernetic Husky, Jimmy Vick says, on your videos when you're playing a game, it would be more entertaining if you had more commentary, but your videos are really good.
Yeah. I get quiet when I sometimes on the part that's difficult or I'm focusing. I get really quiet.
You're in the zone.
I mean,
You
you'd see that if I had a camera, but I refuse to show.
You know
my
who's
face.
entertaining when he games? That would be funny, you guys, to get together sometime. Would be Mega Jetty, because I laugh at him when he rages. It's something so pure and wonderful. You have to watch one of his live streams next time he's gaming. It is entertaining because he'll go, "Son of a bitch!" It's just great.
I curse a lot in my videos.
So
A lot.
Let me ask y'all, because I don't watch gaming videos. Do a lot of the YouTubers show their face, or do some of them not show their face in their gaming videos?
Well, back in the day, no one really showed their face, and then camera overlays started happening. A lot of people started doing it.
Yeah.
This
it
is something that kind of
the
happened
bigger-
as Twitch. And the picture thing happened made with people's faces mainly started jumping as Twitch and live streaming became a thing. But there are still YouTubers that don't use so much of the camera unless they are live streaming.
Okay.
Morning to Lady Jamie Vick in chat. I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to throw her in there. She came in around this time when we'd have just said hello to all the ladies, actually.
All right, well,
I mean,
So
I don't
how
watch
about me?
a
What-
butt ton of gaming videos. You need to be seeing the person's face when they're playing the game because typically I'm watching the game. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, now I remember where it became
interesting
really popular.
occasionally to see a reaction.
I remember where
As
the
well.
camera started really becoming popular. It was remember a couple of years ago where all the horror games came out and everybody had to play them. Well,
Mhm.
the thing is that's funny about them was seeing the YouTuber's face when they're terrified because it was hilarious.
I mean, if I was to watch gaming videos, I
okay.
personally don't want to watch another man's face on the video, but that's just me.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying
It's a-
like the horror games, it's funny. It was funny as hell because they'd be like screaming their faces red.
Yeah, but some people really want to see your face. Like it's weird. Like
Yeah.
No,
That's
do a
true.
face reveal. Do a face reveal. I'm like, bruh.
I'll give
one
you a
day I
face
will do a face reveal, but it'll be once, and then it'll never happen again.
I ain't get on camera till I started making money. Like, you ain't finna see my face for free.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I have
right.
I have a goal for when I will reveal my face.
Um,
It's a huge ass goal, but that's because I don't want to reveal my face so soon.
You're a black man with a fro.
I mean, he got part of that right.
You're black, bruh?
No, when my hair gets really long, it just naturally sits in an afro type style.
I was gonna say, like, you have zero Negro in your voice, bruh.
No, it was just the afro part.
Zod, I have a
My hair
message
gets
from
long enough.
Lady Mora in chat. She says, Zod, get your ass back here and stand by your truth.
I mean, I got no
Only
problem
General
with him
Zod
sitting
leaves.
in the back and
I'm not
Go
black,
ahead, bro.
but I am Hispanic, though.
General Zod has a super chat. He says, LB, what do you think about group think?
Well, how am I supposed to know what I think about it if I don't know what it is? You left the stream.
So I need to pop out so he can pop in and explain it.
Like, bruh, like you need to stop leaving your own live stream. Like, I know you don't listen to a
Yeah,
word
he's
you
gonna
ever
get locked
say,
out
but, like,
again.
that's like watching
Oh.
Jimmy Kimmel or those other people who do them shows, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna go take a break. You watch The Roots for like 20 minutes. No, that's not Jimmy
Ooh.
Kimmel. That's Jimmy Fallon.
Pass.
Oh, that's his name, right?
I mean, Kimmel sucks.
Yeah, it's
Fallon
Jimmy
has a
Fallon.
couple funny things.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
Fallon
like
has the
Jimmy
ropes.
Fallon is going to take a
I'll
Yeah.
tag Zod in. I'll tag Zod in. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Zod says, everything can only have 6 people. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
It should have 9.
yeah, we nations in
Yeah.
the StreamYard, you son of a bitch.
bruh. Does Jimmy Fallon take 30-minute breaks
He's
on
back.
his show?
Ooh,
I
Jimmy
know. I'm
Fallon?
asking him.
No, I can only have a certain amount of people.
What
so
does
I
that
wanted
have
to have
to
you
do?
in.
God, he just said it again.
This is not.
Answer LB.
This is not late night talks with Cybernetic Husky and LB. This is not late night talks with Perp and Mad Squirrel.
It's late night talks with Zod and PB. Thus,
Right,
there is
so-
two co-hosts.
Right. No. So stop leaving your show.
I'm technically not. I have my
Don't
co-host
you-
here.
Okay,
If I-
Don't you guys
you
love it
ever
when there's a
watched-
live stream on G&G
Okay,
and
okay.
Jeremy just leaves?
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking leaves.
Apparent night
Tommy in
analogy fell flat. LB, go ahead, Squirrel.
Tommy in chat says he abandons it like a bad father. You're going to get hit with child support, Zod.
Yeah.
He's not
Here-
joking.
So let's
Here's
picture
an
it
easy
this
analogy.
Okay.
Yeah. Go
way.
ahead. Go
Thank
ahead.
you. The one I was going to use was Conan and his co-host. You don't see either of them leave the show. They're out there the whole time. The whole time. He might not be on camera the whole time, but he's in the studio the whole time. He's not backstage.
So he's getting
Right.
paid though.
Here's another one. When you're watching your Fox News
That's
channel
true.
and you're watching the news, do you see the anchors on the news channel just disappear for an hour because someone else wants to come and talk?
They
I
should.
mean, only when that other person. That's true. The only time that happens is when the other person is Donald Trump. Then they all
Tommy.
disappear, and they're like, "Yeah, let's go to this
Yeah.
live coverage."
Guys, everyone remember Craig Ferguson's late show? Never saw him going in the back room.
That's true. And that was a great show.
He's my favorite.
Mhm.
Yeah. Fuck,
And
he
had
was
the
supposed
best
to get the
co-host, a
earlier
skeleton.
yeah. He was supposed to get the earlier slot because that's why Letterman brought him on, but he got screwed over the same way Letterman did back when he was on NBC.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
weird.
So before General Zod explains himself, thanks to all y'all sending out the feedback on the earlier live stream. Appreciate y'all. But all right, so Zod.
Yeah, I was
exactly?
asked to retweet a link, so I retweeted it
Thank
instead of
you.
liking it.
Tommy in chat says Fatal J showed you how to run a stream. LOL. That's just odd.
Huh.
Oh shit. That was hilarious.
Ask away, LB.
He did kind of pull a Fatal J. He just left the live stream. You know, that's what Fatal J did earlier. He just left the live stream. Don't say anything.
Oh, he did in the comments.
Oh well, it'd be nice to say, hey, I'm leaving to the people on the live stream panel. But hey,
Oh yeah.
that's neither here nor there. So General Zod, now that you've returned to your live stream, what are you here talking about?
Well, thank you for asking, LB. We are talking about collective
Hookers and
thinking.
blow.
You know what's kind of ironic? The topic is groupthink, and nobody can stay on topic.
Shit.
Well,
That
as far as
just-
the
We must be
hookers
doing
and blow,
something right.
as far as the hookers and blow thing, as far as the hookers and blow thing, I don't do either. So yeah.
Oh shit! What?
That's clean living.
Well, he's not making enough money off of YouTube.
Hey, I mean,
Unless you want to
So
catch
send
something.
those super chats. You can't get hookers and blow.
Oh. Good night to Tariel. She's heading out. I think she's
Nah,
at work.
the real reason why I need everyone's money
Yep.
on YouTube is because it's to fuel my drumming addiction.
That's
Well,
code.
you
You
better
need
show
new
your face
dildos?
then.
No, I need fucking cymbals and drum heads and sticks.
All right, Zod, please, let's go.
Okay, so I've been talking about the groupthink mentality that seems to be rampant as of late on Twitter and on YouTube, and getting everyone's thoughts and ideas and how people seem to be against the SJWs and the way that they do business with their collective following in line kind of the deal. And yet each side in this cultural war, air quotes, can do the same exact thing. And I wanted to get your opinion on this and things going on in the Twitterverse. And
Well, all right. Well, if we're going to be doing a group thing, how about we not dance around it? And I don't know if y'all been direct or not, but well, I'm here, so let's be direct about it. We're talking about all these fandom menace and these fandom collective people that like seem to act like Jeremy is their god, and whatever Jeremy says or do or whatever, they need to follow and get in line because they somehow feel like Jeremy is going to save their YouTube careers, which ain't happening.
Oh.
Look, y'all in the
beautiful.
chat or people watching, I'm sorry,
Shit.
but look, I for a lack of better word, a lot of y'all are straight up losers for this. Like y'all need to grow up and get a backbone. Like, look, stop looking at Jeremy and looking for his admiration or support or whatever, whatever. Like, y'all are doing the exact same thing that y'all hate. And I've been saying this since I've had a YouTube channel. I've been very consistent with this. Like, y'all preach this whole anti SJW thing, but y'all are doing the same exact stuff that SJWs do. Y'all gang up on people. Y'all do this whole group think mentality like Zod says, and y'all are not thinking for yourselves because you somehow feel like these bigger YouTubers or whoever is going to grow your channel and save your career or whatever. No, that ain't how it works.
Several times, Jeremy has said he's not a godlike figure. I remember one of the first times it was like, was it beginning of this year or sometime in the beginning of this year, end of last year? There's people who were calling him out, trying to say he was some sort of like that everybody who is his followers and subscribers see him as a god. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And he
He's just
said
a
no.
normal guy.
It's
I
like,
mean, it's
what?
insane. He's a normal guy. He's a nice guy, but
Mm-hmm.
He's a normal man wearing soy pants. We get it.
That's the one thing I wouldn't like either. If like someone's seeing me, I mean, yes, if you see a big YouTuber and you really like them and what they do, you do see them as like a little bit of celebrity status, and you'll get nervous to talk to them at first. But once you start talking to them, it gets fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's not just him. It's other YouTubers. Shoot, people do it with me, and I'm nobody.
Oh yeah, LB's got the ladies after him.
No.
These are only-
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're
Okay.
exaggerating.
Oh,
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, man. It's like I just I mean, I guess I gotta pull back the curtain a little bit, and all of y'all pretty much know. But like people watching this live stream and in the chat, like I'm pretty much fed up with all this stuff. Like I don't do this stuff. Like this drama, these people acting like high school stuff. Like I'm really tired of it, and like I've pulled back from talking to a lot of people because I'm not into this whole clicky thing. Obviously, I like to be lonely. Like y'all are very lucky I talk to y'all. Seriously. Look,
He secretly
let me put
hates
it like
us.
this: be blessed that I grace you all with my presence. like right now, I'm supposed to be by myself in this dark room chilling, but I came here to be with you all. Bow down.
oh Jesus.
LB is
well,
the real god.
now that LB has just lifted the curtain, shit, I was gonna I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. All right, well now that we're jumping into it,
What? You thought he was gonna come in here and skirt around it and not say names?
no, I kind of figured he wouldn't.
Look, man. Hold on. Let me just clarify. I'm pretty sure like the ones that watch this show know like and watch my channel know like look. I'm not dissing Jeremy. I'm not dissing y'all favorite YouTubers. I'm not attacking you personally. I'm making an observation of what I see and how people act. Okay? So any of y'all that love Jeremy and feel like you're gonna go tell him that LB from the Lonely Banter is dissing you, no, that's not what I'm doing. But hey, you do what you do. And if that's what you do and problems arise from this, hey, I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know what problems could arise from it. You live in Florida.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. Like I don't care if like a big channel would shout you out or anything. Really don't care. Even small channels, anyone shout you out, you can be very appreciative of it. However, the one thing I do hate is when people will tell you that they will support you and they do not do that at all.
and let's just be real. That's the thing with joining these chats that are set up to sort of help everyone out, but they don't seem to. In the end, we're all YouTubers, right? And everyone wants to get subs and things like that. They want to get their following, but there's ways to go around it and ways to do it. I mean, I have been slowly grinding. I've been lucky because I got great panelists who come on, even if I like disappear, because I'm trying to get everyone in because I'm a nice dictator. And, you know,
Wow, that's
And
something I never thought would be in the same
You're a-
sentence. A
You're a
nice
general.
dictator.
dictator thinks that they're
I
nice.
do want to say something
go
about.
ahead. Go ahead.
I do want to say something because the stuff. Okay, the stuff that's going on with Wish upon a blog, whatever, with Julie. I've not dealt with her directly. Impressions of her, everyone says she's crazy. Well, yeah. And she has said a lot of inappropriate things. There's been a lot of behavior that has been ridiculous and very childish, that has instigated a lot of this, quote, hate. The problem is that, and this is the disconnect that I see. Okay, I'm giving you an objective from a third party looking in, is that when somebody is mentally ill or mentally unstable, or they have some kind of problem, whatever the hell that is, you can still be an asshole and have problems. I am well aware of this. But at the same time, when you have a group collective of any individuals, let's just say a small group of people that take it upon themselves to instigate shit, and it comes to a point where it's starting to be reminiscent of the SGW behavior, and it's starting to target this individual, and you don't know how far that will push that individual. If they're already unstable and you're pushing them towards something, the repercussions of those actions will be asked about later, and names will be taken, and things could be this is all law. This is all shit that is possible. So you have to be careful how far you push anybody to some degree, because in the end, we don't know what's going on in anyone's real life. If someone's an asshole, they're an asshole regardless. If they want to be hateful, they're going to be hateful regardless. But if they're unstable, you're messing with fire as to how far they can be pushed before they snap. So when there's this type of bullying behavior that goes over the edge, and some of it's, quote, in fun, but there has been some nasty shit I've seen on Twitter going after this person, and they had no personal beef with her. They just hopped onto a bandwagon or an ideology. And I don't agree with this. I've already voiced my opinion directly to Jeremy. Whether or not he reads it, I don't care. The point is I'm not blaming anybody specifically, and I'm not saying that there isn't an accountability process. But in the end, you have to be better than the people that you bitch about. Okay? If you have SJWs who are acting like a fucking asshole and you're acting just like them, you are no better and you are below their standards. You're actually worse because you're the hypocrite. And that absolutely is disgusting. I don't want to be associated with that. And whatever blood comes out of that is on your fucking hands. It ain't on mine. So fuck that shit. Excuse me.
All right. So
Yeah,
so
that's yeah.
let me jump in on that too. Like I feel the exact same way. And this whole thing that went down
Oh
has
no, you're agreeing?
yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I don't like what happened with that. And it has changed my mindset on a few things. As far as the shilling, like for me, I won't do any more like Michael K things. Like I'm not gonna do it anymore. Because even though we're not doing that to him, we don't know how he might feel in other stuff. Um, as far as and this is one reason why I DM'd the fandom collective and let them know, like, look, I don't want to be associated with this anymore, because exactly what Mad Squirrel just said is how I feel about a lot of these people, and I don't know 100% details of what went on with Julie and Jeremy because it was too much, and I don't get into all of that stuff. But I know I saw a lot of YouTubers that I've spoken to, been on live streams with, they all ganged up on her. And it's like, okay, you're ganging up on her because she has an issue with Jeremy. Like, we're all adults here. That's not how it works. Like, you don't go attacking her because she has a problem with Jeremy. What you want him to shout you out on his channel or whatever? Is it that serious for your YouTube channel that you can't grow it on your own, that you want his validation? Like I'm so sick of all of these people. Like I unfollowed like straight up a lot of those people, and I don't care. Like straight up, I don't need y'all. I don't want y'all. I don't care about y'all, to be completely 100% real with you. Like I can grow my channel on my own. I don't need anybody. And like this stuff is like it's ridiculous. It's made me sick. Like to see people do that, and then like Matt Screw said, go after SJWs when they do their whole lynch mob thing for people that don't agree with what they're doing or saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Last
And
night
just
I
real quick before you go, Cyber, someone will have to rotate here because I got Stevie J waiting in the green room. So
I'm about to go to bed anyway. I'm almost asleep. So Stevie can take my place if he wants.
okie dokie. Thank you,
One
Stig, for coming
foreigner
on.
for another.
Yeah, keep the quota, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm almost asleep. I've been up for way too long.
All right, man. You sleep well. You take care. All right.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
too.
Stig.
Take care and be well, all of you.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
too,
Yep.
sir.
You too,
Talk to
Stig.
you later.
Good night, people.
Good night.
Good night.
yeah, but I saw people on both
Ah,
sides. I'll just go. You can figure that out. I saw people on both sides last night going after each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you not even saw both of them. Is like I tried, like some of the things. I'm like I tried explaining like some of my things. I tried to remain neutral. I mean, if anybody looks for my comics last night, let me know because that's what I was doing when I was in the back room of this last night. And then, I mean, I did go to bed, but I swear, just reading all of that back and forth really freaking drained me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is. I mean, and like you said, you try to remain neutral. Like, there's no need to try. Like, it's not. Like, I'm not attacking you. I'm just talking in general. It's not your business. I know they putting it on a public forum, so people are gonna talk. But like, you can respond, share your thoughts. But these people going at her, like, Jeremy has a much bigger channel than she does. So it's like I'm not really concerned about people going at Jeremy. He can handle it. He gets that all the time. But they're going at her. You know what I'm saying? And like, it can harm her worse than it can harm him due to her channel size.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah,
And I'm not just saying that because she's a woman. It'll be the same thing if Geeks
No,
and
you
Gamers
just
had,
made the same point about Michael K. As far as I know, he's not a woman.
right. It'll be this. It'll be like if General Zod had beef with the Quartering for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
I can't stand that man's attitude.
Yeah, like Tommy said, it's a mob mentality, and like I'm not perfect. I have my flaws, but like when I see things happen, I can sit back and think and reflect. And like this is one of those things where it's like, man, what are we doing here? You know what I'm
And
saying?
you know what? LB had a front seat to it because you brought it up to me first. You're like, uh-oh. You know, like that uh-oh moment, like this is escalating. And I didn't know that right away until like all of a sudden it blew up on Twitter, meaning it was more public, not DMs or any of that type of stuff, right? And I just saw how nasty it got. And like, I was like, this isn't good. You know, like I don't know her personally. I don't care for things that she says, but that doesn't ever mean that I would want a mob mentality on any said individual just so people can virtue signal their own bullshit. Because that sounds very reminiscent.
The thing is,
I don't know, what is it? What is it reminiscent of? SGWs.
Yeah, and it's you know, if you're not virtue signaling, you're just jumping on the bandwagon to curry favor. Like, how close can I sit next to the quarterback of the football team?
People love drama, though. Like, that's one thing. Like,
I mean, that's what I said. I mean, I read a bunch of stuff today. I didn't put out any comments about it at all, and I laughed my ass off.
Yeah. This mod mentality is nothing new. Creator Tom Scott, I remember he came out with a video on like one of his vlog channels years ago, and he said because his early videos you'll see him and he'll call his fans turbo fans. He stopped that because there's a lot of toxicity in the fan base that happened to that, and then that even happened in his friends who's died back in 2012, and then he kind of finished off his carry on his channel for a bit and then ended it. That even happened in that channel. It was called Ed's World. The mentality got so bad. One of the people who voiced one of the characters left, and there's a huge like story. Like he had to change where he lived, his name, and stuff. It got really bad. There was a video on it. I can't remember, but but he's seen that mentality got so bad before that made sure to stop it with his own channel because I already had to friend of his who is dead now.
No,
And
no lie.
It's really nasty.
I kind of want to see the quartering versus General Zod now.
I thought it was funny. Of all the people that you could pick, you had to pick another Jeremy.
I'm just saying I take the quartering down. But anyways, shots fired. Cybernetic, I'm just gonna rotate you out here for a second. We got Stevie J, who's been in the green room so long, he's starting to wonder how oppressed he really is. So yeah, I'm just gonna rotate the panel here again really quick.
Then do it. Like, stop preparing to go to ludicrous speed and just go to ludicrous speed.
But yeah, before
oh my God, he's still preparing.
Cyber, thank you for coming on.
Okay.
Thanks, Cyber.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Link Cyber in the chat. Check
Excellent.
out Cyber.
And welcome, Stevie J.
What up?
Don't hear anything.
The long
He's been oppressed for so long he can't speak.
Mr. Dingo.
The long-awaited return of Stevie J. He forgot how to speak. Hey, but like I think we need to talk this General Zod versus the quartering into existence.
Oh my God!
Like, what is the beef over? Over
I
what
have
game?
no
Rap
idea.
battle? Is it gonna be a rap
No,
battle?
battle?
they're both
It's gotta be a
white.
rap battle.
Hey, hold on. Whatever happened to the white man versus white man rap battle, Zod?
It fizzled out.
That never finised. I still haven't got my first video. I got enough footage to like make a video out of that, but
No, it shall continue. Snow Dub has been preoccupied, but apparently he's got a clapback coming.
yo, you know what you should do?
Preoccupied with what? Winter is coming.
Zah, you know what you should do though? Have a live stream battle.
Bruh, this is not how rat beef works. You don't postpone the beef.
It's not. Yeah, like Stevie, are you there yet?
Hey, General Zod.
Yes.
Nope.
Check your DMs. Shellback sent you a message.
Oh, I answered him about it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Then why did he just say for you to check it?
Oh, I just answered him back.
Like, bruh.
Like what? 10 seconds ago?
No. Like,
Hey, bump them DMs, bro. I'm talking about this rat beef. Like, bruh, if he say he ain't got time to respond right now, this is when you're supposed to bomb first with another reply, bruh.
Right, like, if you got the opening, right? Well, I was gonna say if you got the opening, you got time to drop 2 bombs, like
Right.
Japanese style.
You don't overdo it. Just give him one. Just give him one more.
Yeah, just one more. You can just end him right now, bruh.
ooh, I know what I'm doing.
Because right now, because I'll be
Gonna get
honest,
some-
I'll be honest, I'll be dead ass honest, yo. From what I heard from both y'all, I think you got him. Like, it's not like a body bag, but I'll definitely give you the edge over it.
Well, yeah, a 2 is better than a 1. That's correct.
Cause I'll be like, yo, I didn't expect that from Side though. He actually really like freestyle and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
So you saying the flow hotter than Snow Dubs?
hey man, it's man. I got some, man. I got some. People sleeping though. They sleep.
I'm telling you, bro. Drop one more and just put a finish to it. Like it's got to go hard, bro.
Him and that writer. I didn't know that Walton did more than just write books, but you know, I'd have let him know he has to go back to writing Phantom Collective memoirs.
Yo, cause whatever video it was, yo, I think it was when you were talking about Steven the writer and shit. That shit had me dying, yo. I was like, yo, he really like coming at them some type of way. I'm like, yo, these are some bars that I don't know, man. Cause no double come with that old school flow, but that shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit dead right now. But man, I don't know, man. That'd be interesting. I think y'all should hop on a live stream and just beat it up. It's like, I'll even judge that shit on some smack shit.
Hey,
We're gonna do the 106 in Park.
Yeah, y'all go 3 rounds each, or
you don't see any of those videos that say that they're the first cut.
Here's what we could do, right? You do two rounds right there, 3 minutes each, and then the last round, which would be really interesting, is if y'all go unlimited. So whoever, like, you know what I'm saying, you can go as long as you want.
Rap till you pass out. Till the judges pass out.
Or is it rap until everybody in the stream isn't watching? You only got 2 people.
There you go. That works.
And the Senate in chat says, "What flow does Zod have? Absolutely nothing."
Nah, man, he got something, bro. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him.
I don't know, man. You've got that flow that comes around about once a month.
Listen.
Oh.
Listen. Zod might be softer than a pillow, but don't sleep on him, man. Don't sleep on him.
Biden's touch in chat says, "Sniffing hair like I just don't care."
Oh my God, he is trying to rap. God damn it!
Michelle Beck told him to behave himself. It's funny.
I know Snowed Up is gonna see this, so you know he can come at me.
How do you know he's gonna see it? Are you gonna tag him and be like, "Hey, we talk smack about you from about the 134 mark to the 138 mark"? Just rummage around maybe the hour and a half, and you'll hear some snowman jabs.
I'm saying, yo, I honestly don't think Snow Dub wants to smoke, yo.
I don't think so either. Like how you pushing back rap beef, bro? Like you're supposed to be the actual rapper of this health thing, and you
shit like Snow Dub come back with like 30 seconds. Nah, man,
and you're like, nah, bro. I got some things to do. We'll pick this back up later. Nah, bro, that's not how rap beef happen, bro. That's not how it works.
It's like, oh, I got work in the morning. I'll catch y'all next weekend.
Like, no, bro. Spend less time in.
Terrence says Zod may be small like a tick, but he strikes with the power of a brick. Oh my.
God.
And then,
that sounds like a bot rap. That's a bot rap.
Terrence raps too?
No, that's a bot rap.
So Terrence is a martial artist. He's a professional porn critic, and he's now a rapper.
So he's pretty much like the RZA meets Coolio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know what Stevie thinks about the rap battle and where it stands. What do you think, Stevie? Excellent. So what is the problem?
Stevie, who do you think is the best rapper out of the two?
Well, Mike,
what a great answer.
Well, Stevie, what do you think of this collective thinking?
Oh, Stevie, no.
Oh man, Stevie, come back. We wasn't bullying you.
We just thought like the sign language. I was getting. Were you guys not seeing the sign language?
Oh, that's right. He was speaking in signs.
Like I was
Okay.
seeing like the blinks in the eyes, or however you do it, like Morse code.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a super
Right.
chat from Mega Jetty that says, Ninja Rap, go, 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 Ninja, go, Ninja, go, Ninja, go,
Who got
Ninja.
Go Ninja,
Go.
go Ninja, go. That's some Vanilla Ice throwback to the Turtles. Oh my, secret
Right.
what?
Like-
That song went hard though.
Like you read the
He's
first
back.
6 words wrong.
He did. He really
you
did.
said
But
ninja
I'm gonna let
rap.
him live. I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live.
It's ninja
Hello,
rap.
hello.
Let him live, bruh.
Stevie, you there?
Can you hear me this time?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear the white circle.
Yes, Mike. Yes, Mike. Mhm.
Welcome.
Awesome.
Oh man. Okay, so now what do you think about the rap battle?
Isn't it a no-brainer? Zod's winning for sure.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's obvious. If look, I come from hip hop background. Look, if a man pushes back his response because he has other things to do, that means he's lost.
He pulled a Drake. Pulled a
Yeah.
Drake came out and said, like, I got this like career destroying diss track, and then we ain't never heard that shit.
Never heard it.
Yeah,
I tell you
that
that-
shit. You got
Hey,
body.
Snow Dub gonna come out talking about Jolly or Drunk 3PO advised him not to respond because it was too damaging to General Zod. No, actually he's gonna be like Kermit the Log. He hit him up on the log phone or something. Don't respond to Zod, man. Like, just chill. You all right? It's too damaging. You're in the fandom zone if you respond.
Shellback in chat says the rap battle videos I saw had Zod getting owned by Snow Dub, and Kermit added Snow Dub all day.
Nah.
Look, all right.
I have all the footage. I break that shit down right now.
Straight up. If all y'all riding for your dog Snow Dub and Snow Dub killed Zod, how come Snow Dub's the one that ran away from the beef? Y'all sounded like Drake fans, bruh.
Terrence in chat says Zod hit him with that round kick before he blinks. Don't give him time to think. Oh my god.
Strike first, strike hard.
No mercy.
Terrence with those Vanilla Ice raps in the chat.
I'm a little disappointed that he put an S on blinks. Like, nah, it's just supposed to be blink.
Ooh, super chat. Mega Jetty says, "What? Zod is winning. My Vanilla Ice Ninja Rap should have slam dunked his ass."
So Zod, you was the last person to respond to drop the track, right? Video
Yes.
or whatever. So, Mr. Log, if Zod was the last one to drop the music, where's Snow Dub's response if he's not running?
Oh, dun dun dun. Kermit the Log says, "I don't know about beef. I eat pork." But
Apparently, Snow Dub doesn't know anything about beef either.
Oh, shots fired. Kermit, shots fired. And Kermit did add, but I didn't hear anything about Snow running. We are only hearing Zod's story.
I'm saying it sounds like Snow Dub is telling y'all some porkies, Mr. Log.
No, you're right. Snow Dub didn't run away. He melted.
Because I got all the footage right there. I was like, yo, you got enough for a round 3. Never got them round 3s. Waiting for Snow Dub.
Shellback in chat says Snow Dub obviously has more of a life than Zod.
What are you talking about? This guy, he's got 2 jobs. He's got a kid. He's got to take over the world. Like, he's got shit to do.
Hold up, Mr. Shellback. If I can recall, who started this whole white on white rap?
I called out Snow Dub.
So he called him out. You called him out, Zod?
Yeah. because he had said something. He's always talking about how he can rap. And I was like, I grew up in New York. I grew up freestyling. What? All my bars weren't written down. I freestyle on the top of the dome.
What he said Snow Dub right his shit.
I mean, it's got to be written.
Like,
There's a couple of days in between. I'm just saying. I literally shot one from my bathroom because I was bored.
Damn.
I
he said he was thinking of shit. Why he am I?
This like the suburban Drake versus Pusha T beef.
It's a gated community rap.
Like, I mean, if you were in the bathroom, that video should have ended with either a real or fake fart effect.
All right, y'all getting nasty now.
Terrence in chat says Zod knows how to break a board, but he's about to take Snow Dub's head with his sword.
Okay,
bro.
Oh my God, man.
That's bars, but that's a sus bar. That's a sus bar.
You need to start with these William Shakespeare bars. That is not rap, sir.
Shellback says one of Zod's jobs is getting kicked by 5th graders. Come on now.
This coming from a 3-foot turtle.
Okay. More is dropping some bars too now, I see.
Oh,
shit.
Who?
Mora?
You want to read it, LB?
She said, hanging in the chat while LB and Squirrel go to bed. Knocks the channel out the park. There's no bark back. The panel takes it to rap battles, but they still got herded like cattle by Mad Squirrel.
Damn. That was good.
LB
Thanks,
got a little slow. We found out. LB got a mixtape.
I was doing this
The lonely
tapes. Flow.
There's a super chat from the Senate, Zod.
Oh yeah, super chat from the Senate. Go ahead and read this. You always have it better.
Oh my God! Hold on. I got to zoom in on the screen. I can't see it. Hold on.
Okay.
Zod, you better not disappoint. Stop tripping over your words, jackass. Fix that. Don't fuck this up, motherfucker.
The streets are waiting, bruh. The streets are waiting. I'm telling you, you could knock Zod. You could knock Snow Dub out. Like, you could finish him.
Like, I mean, all of these on Twitter are in a thread, right?
Video.
I have all these videos. Like,
I'm saying, like, you know the exact date that you put your last one out, and he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be back at you, later this afternoon. Give me 45 minutes, and it's been 45 days.
Shellback and Check said, I'm sorry, go ahead, PB.
No, I was just gonna say that's just an over exaggeration. That's all.
Shellback and Chat says, actually, scratch that. Both of his jobs consist of getting kicked by 5th graders.
Okay.
Whoa! At the movie theater, they weren't 5th graders. They were 7th graders.
Thank you. Those 7th graders, it's hard.
Tommy says something for PB real quick. He says, "Get the glasses, PB. Damn, the wife did a number on you."
Well,
the way
domestic disputes.
the way Kermit the Log is riding for Snow Dub, I think we might get a response from the Log way before we're gonna get one from Snow Dub.
I don't think Kermit wants to smoke neither, man. People sleeping on time.
Kermit will take one of your videos and Photoshop your head on the piggy, getting your head cut off or something. Have you seen the PMS show and that short film he made? Bruh has a wild imagination.
Kermit the Log says in chat, Snow Dub is coming for you guys. LOL.
You guys.
Okay, I'll turn up my thermostat.
Does Snow Dub have kids? If so, he's probably waiting for his tax return to go to the studio.
Oh, God.
So probably what? Next April, probably you'll be getting a response.
Well, I mean, it depends on when he files. You ain't got to file till April 15th.
Kermit the Log says, first of all, I will mess up all of you. Actually, first of all, I will mess all you up. Yeah, same thing. Okay. And then
it all sounds the same to me, Mad Squirrel.
Oh my. Terrence says in chat, Zod is about to bring the heat and melt the snowman. Zod, what are you waiting for? Time to start the fire and create your empire. Oh
Yo,
no.
yo, Zod, just make a response and call it dub. Just call it dub.
Hey,
I
Terrence,
might do
bro,
it to the head
stop
of
with the
my
raps,
teeth.
Terrence.
It'd be
Stop.
funny if you didn't respond with somebody
Bad
else's rap. You're all dubbing your voice. Oh.
You Terrence making me want to listen to Snow Dub, bro. Come on, man. We're
He's
Team
so-
Zod over here.
So I'm gonna do something vastly out of character. Stevie, did you want to talk about the subject that the live stream's supposed to be about?
Don't get
We went to
crazy now.
Rap Wars. We're just gonna lay it all out here. We were talking about that wish upon a vlog and Jeremy thing going down and people taking sides.
Yeah.
The bigger point was we were talking about groupthink, and then LB came in and said, "People gotta stop worshiping Jeremy. This is ridiculous."
No, I only said that.
Is that
'cause
what he
Zod
sounded
was,
like as well?
Nah, I didn't sound like that, but I said that because Zod was doing his. Well, there are people here, there's people there, and there's people everywhere. It's like, shut up, man.
And did General Zod actually sound like that?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't have time for that shit. You know what? If people are showing me respect, I'll show them respect. That kind of stuff. I don't like when I saw all that shit happening on Twitter. Of course, like everybody else, I had a bit of a laugh. But as far as other people getting involved in the whole group thing, like, man, I only care about what I think. I don't really care too much about what other people think. And it just looked like to me there was a lot of people jumping in on Jeremy's behalf, thinking, "Oh, he's gonna think of me favorably if I jump in and say something." And it's like, really, you know, he and I'm not disrespecting him, but like he couldn't give a rat's ass about any of those people. The same amount he gives a rat's ass about Wish to Bought a Vlog. So
Big facts.
it's just pointless. It's a pointless thing to just jump in and be like, "Oh, I stand with Jeremy" or whatever. He doesn't need you, and he doesn't give a shit either. So it's just more shit on Twitter that doesn't mean anything.
But you know what? Karma is a bitch. So you know everything comes full circle.
Yeah.
Is karma? Does karma rap too?
Terrence in chat said a lot of humans love Jeremy, but they need to learn to think for themselves.
Yeah. Well,
No,
just on what LB just said then, you know, about karma, Snowdub. Well, he's nothing like karma because he doesn't come back.
That was perp. Oh, I see you with the rap. Hey, but Terrence, you're wrong. We should all think like Jeremy and think together.
Cybernetic Husky in the private chat rapping and shit.
Cybernetic Husky drunk right now. Like he really dropped the whole song in the private chat.
Did he?
They did.
He dropped 12 bars. All you need is a hook, bro, and a beat, and you got a whole song right there.
These aren't your. Oh.
These are songs, yeah.
Shenanigans.
This guy.
You let one dog on the internet, and this is what you get.
Is he a dog or a wolf?
He's
Husky.
a dog. He's a husky. Yep. What? It's in his name. That's like, is Mad Squirrel a squirrel or a chipmunk? Decide.
Racist.
Exactly.
Disclaimer.
Well, all I know is whether she's a chipmunk or a mad squirrel, she has a hot voice.
My God, man. That's going to follow me forever. It just is.
I was,
That's why I
say-
brought her on my live stream earlier. We needed a hot voice, to spice up the chat a little bit.
Man.
Oh yeah.
It was
Get the
I
hell
heard
out.
that. I was like, he's got a
What
special
sausage?
guest coming on. I was like, ooh, I wonder who this could be. And I thought for half a second that it might have been Terrence because he's a black guy.
I
And
was
then
thinking
Mad
that
Squirrel
gonna be
popped in, and I was like, holy shit. I was not expecting a woman.
I was thinking about Abu Nas, but I was like, nah, he wouldn't
Right.
introduce him like that.
No, he said special.
Shellback in chat says Stevie J lives in Australia. He has critters that can kill you, trying to get into his house daily. He doesn't care about no Jeremy and Julie beef.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's facts. I don't really care. Although it kept coming up on my damn Twitter, so I wanted them both to just shut up because it kept
Yeah.
popping up on my Twitter. And I was like, you're having a personal beef between the two of you. Do
Right.
it over DM or
Right.
have a phone call or something.
Right.
Because
And then there's all this like follow me, unfollow me, tag me shit going on. What?
Because I know Jeremy was on his probably on his high horse, be like, yeah, I got all these people behind me. But those same people that are behind you are the same people that are going to be there when you fall. They're not going to catch you when you fall.
Right. Yeah,
So
man, Stevie, I'm 100% the same as you, bro. It's like, man, I'm a grown man. I don't care. Like, if you got an issue, do it privately. We don't need to see you acting like children on Twitter and making videos about each other, posting DMs. Like, talk about it privately, man.
All right.
But
yeah,
I'm gonna tell Jeremy to get a new hat.
That's the thing about both of them, though. Like, okay, I've seen on Twitter a couple of times where someone says something, having a crack at somebody else, they say something back, and then that's it, that's the end of it. Or, it's very short. But this thing was going on all bloody day, and it was like 50 tweets long. Like, if both of you don't care, you're both saying you don't care, then stop tweeting about it. Stop tweeting about it.
Really quick, Lethal Lightning is in chat. He says, but Stevie, my friend, she had a go at me, a fellow Australian, which, yes, I know Lethal had an issue with doing.
I'll address that, mate. And I tell you, I got no issue with if somebody comes at me, then I'll say something back for sure. But I'm not going to go on and on about it. So I get like Lethal having his thing with Wish Upon a Vlog or whatever because she said something at him. So fine, that's fine as well. Go. Okay, but like, just as far as Jeremy and her go, it was all day. It was like a big saga. That's what I didn't understand. And like from what I read, Lethal, you were just kind of a bit shocked and didn't know what was going on and responded to that, like to her comment. So I'm not having a crack at you, man, but like the whole thing just went all day.
So when you say saga, you mean like enough that we could fill 9 movies?
Well,
God.
I think what happened yesterday could be the equivalent of the final 3 at least. Trash.
Yeah.
I haven't weighed in on this, but this is all ridiculous.
What?
No, yeah, I've let everyone.
Wait, so when you were skirting around the subject for the first 20 fucking minutes, you didn't weigh in on it?
No, not this particular thing.
Oh, well, my bad.
You're really the most raps in this chat.
I've been preoccupied with the rap battle that someone's avoiding. Anyways, I think the biggest thing that was upsetting me was like what everyone else was saying. Random people coming in and saying things, and then it's like you're part of the group, and they're like, well, yeah, it's like all these people are tagging you in it, and it's like, what the hell am I gonna say? I don't give a crap. I mean, like everyone said, I'm busy thinking of bars from the top of my head that I'm gonna destroy some people with. You think about world domination, the movies, kids not kicking me. I got enough shit to worry about in my day. And, this is just crazy stuff. And it's funny because this is exactly to a T the very thing that in entertainment we want to combat. I mean, how did this whole SJW mentality come to light? It was over Star Wars, right? The big split, as I like to call it, the Great Divide happened when TLJ happened. And now here we are, and, it's a fracturing. And if you're fighting against one side, you can't use the same tactics that the other side is using.
No, the ridiculous guy I was talking to on Twitter told me that pretty much anyone who isn't just an OT fan likes the sequel trilogy. So all of us that grew up in the prequel trilogy, we like the sequel trilogy. And that's when I jumped in and I was like, no, fuck you, that's not me. And then we went back and forth for a little while, and then I said I didn't know who that person was, and then they blocked me. Like, I admit to you that I didn't know something, and that's when you block me. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and these are all the same things that other people use. They have other people fight. I mean, okay, look at that great infamous thread of 2019. I got involved in that stupid shit, right? I got attacked by 15 other people, and it wasn't even the stupid bastard I was talking to. And I'm like, who the hell are you? And why are you wearing weird faces and saying you're from New York, bro? Because you're not. No one in New York does this crazy shit unless you're in Greenwich, you fucking weirdo.
I thought Greenwich was in Connecticut.
No, Greenwich Village.
Oh my god.
I'm talking about the village. The village. Oh, seen some shit in the village. But anyways, it's just like. It's like that shit pissed me off, and then I'm looking, I'm like, let's be better than this, people. Let's be better than this. We don't all have to jump in. Personally, I don't give a fuck who has something to say. I appreciate when I get shouted out by people. That's awesome, but I don't need it for validation. I appreciate the people that I have that join me every night. All 16 people watching. All of you beautiful people in the chat that are listening to our funny banter. This is what gives me great joy and excitement. And I don't give a fuck about catering to any other motherfucker just because I want to be big. Fuck that shit. I own half a business. I don't give a fuck. I will say what's on my fucking mind.
I don't want to be hearing about your excitement. I know that the unicorn is there.
No, she left. No excitement.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Biden Touch says, Terrence, if you had more shirtless videos, you can join Geeks and Gamers. Oh, shit.
I'm not sure how he can have more. He has like 7,000 shirtless videos. That's more than enough.
Oh, shit.
Big Steve, welcome. But yeah, it's like, if you get shouted out, and you know what people don't realize? This is the funniest, most asinine part about the whole thing. People don't realize that just because you get shouted out by someone who says, like, maybe they have like thousands upon thousands of subscribers, you might get shouted out, doesn't mean they're going to automatically join your channel. They still got to look through your stuff. They got to like the content and the stuff that you're bringing. And other people can't bring that for you. You have to create yourself. You have to create your own brand. People have to like who you are and what you're discussing. And that's what a lot of these YouTubers fail to realize. Dude, if you aren't getting the people, it's because you're not saying shit people want to hear, or you're not interesting. Sorry.
Let me just tell y'all, to give y'all some advice. If a big YouTuber shouts you out, you're not going to blow up unless you're hot. A hot female, okay?
Right.
Hold on.
You have double D's.
Fully loaded.
Can I just identify as that?
Oh,
Sure. Yeah. I mean, sure. I mean,
and just do a little voice synthesizer, throw up a different
You're an ugly
picture, and be
woman.
like, "Yep, this is me."
I mean, like, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Like, seeking validation from a bigger channel ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, look at all the people who's associated with geeks and gamers, and how many of them have big channels. Like, seriously,
One, like, what do you constitute as big? Or 6 digits?
over 10,000 subscribers.
Over 10? Okay, well, then we're talking Anna, Odin,
Like,
Josiah didn't
and
break it yet.
Josiah, I got more subscribers than him.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not
And
dissing him.
he has no. I watch at least, I would say, videos that he does on Geeks and Gamers. I probably watch a handful of them in a week.
Right. I mean, like, I'm not dissing him, but like, I'm just giving you an example of just because you run with somebody, it doesn't mean you're going to blow up too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right, and then typically in the videos that he's doing, because I go down and I'm usually leaving a comment, he's in the pinned comment and it says, subscribe to Josiah Rises. And I was like, I already did that, so I don't need to do that. I can skip that step. But obviously there's another 60, 70, 100,000 people that could easily click this and click one more button. All you gotta do is click 2 times and you'd be subscribed. And they can't be bothered to do that.
but man, I think all of us, well, from what I've heard, we're all in agreement with all this foolishness that's going on. Um, I mean, sometimes you just gotta be bigger than other people, regardless if they go at you or not, man. Just ignore people. And I mean, and that's hard for me because I mean I respond to all the mean comments on my channel, but like I respond to them in a playful way. Like I don't go at them or go find their Twitters and go at them on Twitter all day. Like it's a lot of petty stuff, man. Like be your own person. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I know exactly what you're saying.
But I mean,
mean,
it doesn't matter what we say. Like I'm not saying everyone who's watching or everyone in the chat right now is just going to be like, whatever. I need these people to help my channel, so I'm gonna do what
Build
I do.
build up your following so you don't need to follow nobody else.
Right.
Yeah, it's that people. I did get good advice, and it was when I was talking to Odin, and it's build up your base. Establish the people who are going to watch you, because at the end of the day, it's going to be the core people that make your channel what it is. Those are going to be the people who consistently watch you and listen to what you have to say and enjoy what you're saying and connect with you. Those are the people you should be you should be talking to, interacting it with, engaging. And then the more people you get, you kind of invite them along on the big and crazy wacky ride. But sitting here and trying to think that you're just gonna blow up overnight and become a big star and make the money and get the ads, that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I could go deeper into what you said, but last week when I did, I killed the stream. So yeah, I agree with
And and another thing too is appreciate the people that you have around you. Appreciate the people who are there with you. Appreciate your panelists. Don't treat them shitty. And
I gotta interject here.
Oh, really?
You appreciate us? You
of
appreciate
course I
us
do.
so much that you leave the panel for 30 minutes at a time to go hang out with unicorns and whatever else you do. That's really appreciative of us. Thank you.
Doing the nasty.
No! Hey, I'm here for you guys. LB, I jumped off so that you can come on and give us insightful knowledge.
No, you didn't. Don't lie.
Lonely wisdom. Give us some lonely wisdom.
But yeah, man, straight up, like YouTube's everybody appreciate people that are supporting you, like, and stop. I'm not saying you're dissing them, but like you keep hoping for other people to help you out and give you some validation. Like, spend more time building up your core base and those who support what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And don't be jumping into things that ain't your business. What's so hard about that?
I don't know. I have a question for Stevie. Is your camera
Please.
on?
Don't think so.
All I see is a black rectangle.
I see
Oh,
a
do
white
you?
face moving.
Like, bro,
I see a black rectangle.
like General Zod got his beef with Snow Dub. You ain't see none of us jumping into it.
So I don't
No,
want that.
like, yeah, everyone that jumped into it was jumping in to say,
Stop.
this is hilarious, or knock it off.
I was telling him to stop. That's as far as I was going.
I wanted
Yeah,
that
and
shit to go
LB was
like
being
100
a friend
rounds.
because he wanted Snow Dub to stop before he lost. So
I wanted to see a dead body.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! That escalated so quickly.
Like, who will die first?
Shit just got real.
I mean, Jolly already got kidnapped, bro. Now you want him to die?
No
Hey,
shit!
man.
Like, he just got restuffed. Just got restuffed. You're gonna gut him again?
Golly.
Hey, man. I just want to
God,
see a dead
we
body,
taking
man.
it back to the streets. Now Jolly's gonna get clapped.
Hear that? That's shots right there.
You're gonna come by, they're gonna do a dramatic video, and Jolly's just gonna take some. They're gonna have to restuff them again.
Terrence says sometimes in life Zod bags a body.
Zod, man, don't address that. Terrence is snitching, bro.
I will not say anything without my lawyers present.
No, you're just supposed to say, I assert my Fourth Amendment right.
Morning to Wicket and Friends Parody Bizarro Productions, and then also good night to Big Steve. Big Steve's been hanging out in chat for the last few, like probably about 10,
Big
15 minutes
Steve.
or so. He has to take off though because he gets getting late. He says I got to work on getting my channel banned and growing my cult.
Good job, Big Steve. I'm glad you took our advice. Grow that cult.
Nice.
What else you got, man? Because Matt's girl got a migraine. You should appreciate her more. She's here with a migraine.
Yeah.
What else you got tonight?
I still ranted.
Who's doing the ASMR typing that was putting Steve to sleep?
It's very soothing. It was probably Zod.
No, actually, I was not typing.
How dare you?
Well, then it must be
Wow! Yeah, there's people all over.
I only put people to sleep when I start talking about things that I know about.
Man, it's funny we're talking about not having beef, but there's a lot of beef tonight.
What beef? Where?
We all got beef with you, Zod.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you being a villain.
Yeah. When you're a villain, you're gonna have people come from you at all angles, but they can't touch you because you fly.
What the fuck? Man, I need snacks for this shit. I'll be right back.
Good. Yeah, I wanted to just do my own stream and address this because, here in the fandom zone, don't ask us to take sides because we don't care. We got shit to do. Okay, I don't care one way or the other. If I'm cool with you and then someone directly says something to me, then fine, I will jump in. Just like with that stupid Rymphoness thing, one of her dumb cult followers called me out, so I had to say something. But
I'm a mid-30-year-old. I'm a mid-30s man, bro. Like, I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, every week is something in this whole fandom menace, fandom collective thing. Every single week, bro.
Yep.
Like, seriously.
You know where there's not beef? Here, like real beef.
Some people just need some pussy, yo. That's all it is.
Like straight up, like let's keep it all the way real. Like every week is something with somebody.
Yeah, somewhere. I
Yep.
mean, whether or not each one of us individually knows that specific person, we might
Yeah,
not.
Well,
I know some of the
it's
people,
like,
but some of them I'm just like,
well, it's like any group, isn't it? Really, like the
Yeah,
bigger the group gets, the more different types of personalities go into the group, and when you've got a wide spread of different people, not everybody's going to get along. So it's just kind of natural. It's just the world. It's just life.
yeah, it's very true.
and
That's right.
I wanted to do this as sort of a public service announcement slash, whatever cautionary tale, guys.
Wait,
Think
it
for
says
yourselves.
PSA in the title for this
I should put
stream.
that there. But think for yourselves. All right. Be an individual. The whole thing that these groups are supposed to be about, or this culture war, and I'm doing air quotes, is that we're on the side of protecting stupidity within our media because that's the only thing that you have on your free time. Don't become the very thing that you're fighting against. You know, think for yourself. I tell my kids this all the time, and I tell my daughter this too. And be an individual. Just because something sounds cool doesn't mean you have to go along with it. It's that old saying: if one person jumps off the bridge, is everyone gonna follow? I sure the fuck hope not, because that's a stupid maneuver. Okay, be yourself. Have your own ideas. If you don't agree with a particular thing being said, forget who the person is, voice your opinion, because that's what this is supposed to be about.
It,
That's what we're supposed to be cultivating. Difference of opinions.
especially if you have a channel too, and you're just sitting there following somebody else, you're not gonna go nowhere. Your channel gonna be dead.
Right. That's the crazy thing about it. You're YouTubing, but you don't have your own voice. Wow.
Exactly. How can you say that you're talking about this, and this, and you're going to ride the coattails of someone else's ideas? Come up with your own stuff. Be creative. Be original. People see through bullshit. You can only be a clone for so long before people click off because they're bored, because they go, oh, well, I can watch 15 other videos that are exactly like this one, man. Step out of the box. Have the balls to say what other people won't say, to do what other people won't do. Be controversial. Go there.
I'm not allowed to step out of the box. I got 5 minutes for roughing.
It's funny talking about clones when this guy branded himself as General Zod.
I was the original General Zod, and my neck does hurt. But besides that,
I would say that be on your own side. If you happen to agree with somebody, great. If you don't agree with somebody, you have to not be an asshole. The problem that I run into is usually that other person says something stupid and then I end up being an asshole.
Hey Zod, did you see this little news article about the Miss Monopoly game?
Oh yes, I did. I did see that.
Oh yeah.
Shaking my head.
You want to talk about Monopoly?
Right. So don't put ideas in Zod's head, bro. He was trying to wrap it up. He's in the wrap up zone.
That's what it sounded like. I thought that we would keep it going at least as long as Stevie was on. He's got at least a solid 7 minutes left, Stevie? Or do you got 37 minutes left?
Oh no, mate! Traffic's bad today. There's dingoes everywhere. I reckon I got another half an hour at least.
Oh shit!
All right.
Shit.
Well, Squirrel has a migraine, so we have to wrap it up.
Oh.
But she just went and snack.
I just reappeared. Yeah. I have to get going soon. Yeah. Just need to chill, man. I don't know. It's what happens. These last 2 weeks of squirrel school kicked my ass. I'm like,
yeah, so we'll go offline talk, but I just wanted to do this just to have my own response and say, you know what? I don't give a fuck what any of other bigger people have to say or sides or anything like that. I'm on the fandom zone side. It's General Zod side. Forever Zod.
So,
Well,
And
I tend to agree with you, General Zod. Now, can you give me a shout out, please?
I'd like to give a shout out to Steve J fighting the dingoes right now. Go sub to his channel.
hey,
Show him some love.
hold on, stop
Oh my
talking.
God.
General Zod, can I make an announcement?
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
You're Jewish? Essentially?
My announcement is to wrap it up, Zod.
You gotta get one to wrap it up, buttons, whatever, from the Chappelle
Yeah.
Show. Wrap it up, beat.
Yeah.
And really quick, I like to read this from Butterfingers. He says, I've always liked Zod, isn't afraid to voice his opinion and have fun and a sense of humor doing it. Thank you. And I will continue to do that for all of you fine folks who come here. I will not cater. I will not pander to anybody. I will not take one side or the other. And if you like me, great. If you don't, fuck off. Either way, I appreciate everybody who's here. And if you don't like me and you're watching this, I'm getting the view, so thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. But on that note, I'm going to go down the panel and we're going to do our awesome intros. And thank you, everybody, for this important
Awesome intros. This is
Intro.
the end of the show.
Intro.
I'm still going to roll with it. That's how I do it in the
Intro.
fandom zone.
I'm calling the cops.
Fucking shit.
Go ahead, Squirrel. Let them know where they can find some mad nuts.
Oh, fair enough. You can find me on YouTube at Mad Squirrel Conversation. You can find me on Twitter at SGT Mad Squirrel. And hopefully I'll get some interviews set up. I know Curtis is somewhere in chat, so he and I are going to do one. And also Ancient One and I are going to be doing it again. Technical difficulties. And also I'm been slowly contacting people and scheduling stuff out. But on my channel, you can find interviews with Miss Mora. And you can find an interview with Slasher McSplitter. Very entertaining. Always lovely having to sit down and one-on-one chats. And you can find that on the channel. So yeah, there you go. There's my plug. All fancy and shit.
And if Mad Squirrel interviews you and you don't promote it, I'm coming for you on Twitter.
Holy shit. Oh, you're gonna come in?
I bet I know somebody else that on YouTube will come for you through LB's channel.
Jesus. Oh, good night to Generation Productions. Thanks so much for hanging out tonight with us. I haven't seen you in a while because I've been MIA, but Senate is full on of anger and bitterness.
Oh my God. We don't talk like that around here.
Nature of his comments, I will not say that.
No, due to the nature of your skin, not his comments.
Yeah,
like Perp can read that comment.
Cannot read those type of comments. Let's go to CVJ. Tell them where they can find some great reviews and dingoes.
Look out for that dingo!
So you can find some great reviews over at General Zod's Fandom Zone. You can find me on Twitter at Tango_44. And yeah, I've actually got a live stream coming up this Saturday, which will be the weekly rant debating me on whether The Last Jedi is a good movie or not. So it should be interesting. If you have some time, an alarm clock, then yeah, check it out. I'll send out some dates and stuff. But
I mean, the answer to that should be obvious, but
yeah,
it is. Lost.
Anyway, thank you, General Zod, for having me on again.
Go ahead, Perp. Tell them where they can find the greatest info on Snowfall and on Power.
Damn, you just gonna tell my whole shit? All right. You're this Perp, and it was always still chilling in the Phantom Zone. Fuck YouTube for sabotaging my live stream when I talk about. I'll never talk about nothing Apple ever again. Apple is trash. Fuck them. I just had to let that be known. Fuck them. Yeah.
It's messed up, man. I was actually looking forward to that stream too.
They brought me back.
I love
Go
Cyber.
ahead and plug yourself, Cyber.
That's not a dog. That's a man in sunglasses.
Are you blind? I
A war on everything.
Come on, bruh. Wrap it up. Let's go.
Okay. I'm Cybernetic Husky. I have gaming videos Fridays and changing the date. Okay, done. I changed my face for this joke.
And
I might have to do it next time. So shh.
Wait, who is this?
It doesn't matter. Go.
Cybernetic Huskies links are in the chat.
God.
And of
Oh my
course,
God, I got the joke.
and of course, the loneliest of the lonely, the myth, and the guy who has his channel invaded by my favorite supervillain. Go ahead, LB. Tell him about the channel.
There's nothing really to tell. I'm just a lonely man that makes videos, and I talk to a camera. On the Lonely Banter, so you can go there if you like. Thank you everybody for having me speak in the Fandom Zone. Thank you to all the people in the live panel. You all in the chat, you have a great Wednesday or Thursday or Tuesday, wherever you're at in this world.
And of course, the curator, the co-host, the man who keeps my ass in line, and the bigoted Jedi. Go ahead, PB.
It's been a while since somebody called me that, but I'll take it. Yep, I'm PB. You can find me at Pop Culture PB on YouTube and on Twitter. I talk about Marvel and Star Wars, even though the last video I put out was about the NFL, and it was just me going crazy and ranting. Because apparently, that's how you get easy clicks on YouTube, is to be angry and loud. So I was angry and loud, because Roger Goodell still sucks. So if you want to go laugh about it, go check it out.
Oh, God, that is great. And of course, you have been here in the Fandom Zone. Thank you very much. This has been a great discussion, and hopefully people will watch this and learn a little something, or maybe it'll go over their heads, and like Drax, they think they can catch it.
No, I think they'll get it once LB shows up.
So, anyways, if you want to see more great content, we have I have a Phantom Zone Talks that is happening this Saturday.
Fandom Zone.
He did it again.
Zone.
I did. Oh shit.
You do it.
Fandom Zone Talk with GSB will be happening this Saturday. So if you guys want to go check that out, and we're going to talk about her channel and different things that she does there. It's going to be fun, and we're going to have a watch anime not ran or invaded by robots.
That shit ain't gonna happen again.
Sure.
So, anyways,
I'm gonna
thank
be
you
there.
everybody for thank you everybody for coming along on this wild ride. And as always, remember the rule here in the Fandom Zone: kneel before Zah.
No habla
Watch more anime.
English.
The Senator says,
Sounds like
fuck you, Neil, and you stupid fucker.
I'm
Yeah.